All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's second of four uh, Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer tournament matches we have going on this evening. This is a Group B match, the final Group B match, actually, between the 3-1 YoBGS and the 2-2 Paratroopa. One of these runners will be moving on to the bracket stages along with Classic Gamer 88, who finished at 5-1. I'm Pro A007, very happy to be joining you here this evening. And on the mic with me is Cyclone. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Pro? You already took right out of my mouth. This is the exciting Group B finale, and we have two runners, as you said, who are both on the verge of potentially being able to make it into this into the next phase of this tournament. We have currently, as you said, YoBGS, who is sitting on 3 wins and 1 loss. Paratroopa 1 sitting on 2 wins, 2 losses. If Paratroopa wins both matches tonight, he advances. If he loses either of those matches, he's out, and Yo ends up progressing instead. So we have an exciting matchup with everything on the line for both of these runners tonight.
Yeah, and YoBGS could be considered, I suppose, the favorite. He did make brackets last year, finishing second in the heralded Group of Death. He was eliminated in round 1 to Tapatio J in a 0 sweep. Paratroopa is going to be an interesting case. He played pretty well in one match, but ran into a nasty set of seeds his second match and ultimately forfeit.
So we are underway with the race here. Why don't you go ahead and explain the first of the 2 seeds we're going to be running tonight?
Sure. So we have 2 flag sets, Tourney Flags 1 and Tourney Flags 2. Tourney Flags 1 is vanilla worlds, vanilla levels, by and large. But as you're seeing right here, we have 6F2 right off the bat, and this happens because we have shuffled the fort counts for the first 7 worlds. So some of these worlds will have more than 1 fort or fewer than the allotted forts. So this will introduce some interesting strategery on our runners.
And it'll also cause some levels to end up outside the world, just changing places with the fort. That does happen whenever you see something like that. So we know that being a World 6 fort, we're going to see whatever level, one of the levels is going to replace World 6. And I haven't seen which numbers are all on the map yet. We do see 1-3 is here. So this level will not be replacing that fort.
Right.
Looks like Yo is going for one of the items here, an item in the white box trick here.
And for sure,
oh, good item.
Oh yes, a hammer, very good item for YoBGS and for Paratroopa. An early hammer will certainly go a long way in future worlds. So yeah, Chad is pointing out 1-1 is missing, so that means it's going to pop up in World 6.
Where in World 6 we don't know yet, but somewhere in World 6. As you see, we were playing in 1-4. Auto-scroll is turned off for the majority of the auto-scrolling levels. You'll notice that 5-9, if we end up having to play it, we don't get any clouds. We'll still have auto-scroll turned on because of the way it runs. And unfortunately, it looks like Paratrooper took an unfortunate fall there in 1-4.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate for him. Yeah. Yeah, 5-9 is the only auto-scroller we'll potentially see in Tourney Flags 1. There are no lost levels in Tourney Flags. There will be lost levels, however, in Tourney Flags 2, which will be broadcast right after this.
Paratroopa taking another death, and that gives YoBGS a bit of a lead at this point, as he's already going through the first airship. Fire snakes, not an enemy I like to see in any kind of situation where I have to jump over them.
Yeah, those are fairly common in 1-4, unfortunately.
This is Paratroopa's 4th attempt at 1-4. Meanwhile, the king doesn't know what you have to say. It makes no difference anyway. Paratroopa trying to be careful. He doesn't want to lose his last 2 lives trying to finish this stage. I think he's good at this point.
So hammers do break locks, and that's a fortuitous hammer for YoBGS, and it allows him to cut through most of World 2 and put him in prime position to go to 2-1. Unfortunately, 2-1 also has fire nippers.
2 of them. That is quite a nice introduction to World 2.
Luckily, it's not going to be very quick, to be a short one at that, as BGS finishes it off. Paratroopa on the World 1 airship.
We have 2 coin ships on World 2, by the way. So that's going to make it for some nice coin collecting, extra life collection in the case of Paratroopa if he needs to get another life or 2. Meanwhile, we're going to find out what the items are. The items are still locked behind these 2 boomerang brothers that you see in the coin ship, and there's a cloud.
So that cloud will have some strategic value since they know what the levels are more or less going to be. They will probably be more selective picking long levels that they really don't want to play. 5-9 is a good example. 5-3 is another. 6-6, 7-5. Levels that really take about 40 seconds or more.
Yeah, the kinds of levels like that are going to be the ones that the runners may choose to skip. And again, as you said, because they know exactly where the levels are, they don't have to enter a life and then take a death in order to skip past it. They can just see the number on the map. Oh, that's that level. I'm going to skip past this. So they probably already know which level they want to clear, or pass rather, or which levels. Ouch. And they'll just take that to their advantage. That is going to be a hard mushroom to get, but he's getting it.
He's going to try. Okay, got it. Nice job by BGS, finishing it off at about 5:30. As Gamer Cal correctly points out, sometimes you cloud 7-2 because nothing else showed up. Well, certainly want to use all your clouds by World 8. You don't want to leave any behind because their strategic value in World 8 is virtually non-existent. Can happen, but you shouldn't be betting.
Yeah, you don't want to keep a cloud in your inventory when you get to Bowser's Castle because you can't skip Bowser's Castle and you can't take it with you to the next seed. So, yeah, you want to use them all however you can in a strategic fashion and try to use them in the best way you possibly can to do it as fast as you can. Meanwhile, YoBGS being told by the princess that he forgot to split. Oops.
Yeah. And in Paratroopa's case, he did not get a good movement with the Hammer Bros, so no cloud for him, unfortunately. He did get the P-Wing, though.
And Paratrooper does get through the airship, so Morton goes down, and YoBGS is playing cards. And Mushroom Flower, no match. There's 10 coins and a 1-up. No match. We don't get any information yet.
Right. And it's a kind of a late card for him. That just goes to show how fast the first 2 worlds have been. And he played got the item in 1-3, so that also played a factor.
They only have played like 3 or 4 levels, not counting the airships, so that's why the cards are coming up so late in this seed. Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's a good bet you're going to get one pretty early in World 2, but not this time. PGS avoids a catastrophe there at the end of 3-6.
The reason it was so late is because I believe there was a pipe that let them skip most of the world, then they were able to find their way to the coin ships, and that's what they were working off of, going through the coin ships. So we're going to have to see how that absence of a cloud hurts Paratroopa later.
So BGS at 3-1. Paratroopa is only a couple of stages behind. In spite of some of the troubles he had in 1-4, he's still within striking distance early here against BGS.
All it takes is a massive mistake somewhere by BGS in a level that takes a long time to complete, and Paratroopa can make that up.
Some levels like 5-3, plenty of opportunities for it.
Mm-hmm.
as BGS finishes 3-1 and Paratroopa finishes 3-4-2. For those of you who didn't watch the matinee earlier this afternoon, GamerCal in Group I pulled off a pair of sub-30 times in his matches against Claris.com to move to 4-0 in his group play, and is in great shape for a terrific seed in the brackets he's going.
That is a fantastic time for any seed, so get 2 of those back-to-back.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I know he is watching in chat tonight, so I'll say congratulations to him on that as well.
Absolutely. We've only had about 5 or 6 sub-30s so far, and to get 2 in the same set of match, impressive.
We're going to get some card information here. We see the 1-up and the 10 coins were the first things. We're matching flowers, we're matching more coins, we're matching mushrooms. He just swept the card game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Now he's got... Looks like he got some good items out of it, too. I saw a cloud hammer,
Yeah.
for sure.
I saw 2 hammers. I think that was the flower or the mushroom, or maybe the star, one of those.
And Mew correctly pointing out that, yes, Claris did get some very good times of his own. 35 and a 32. 34 and a 32, so very good times by Claris.com. This is a very nice pipe draw for BGS. He knows exactly where he has to go. There is nothing standing in the way. So this is going to work out very nicely for him.
He just has to go the correct pipe, and he's at the end. Oh, that's a very badly placed blooper in 3-4. I didn't catch that because YoBGS just jumped right over it. Paratroopa has to deal with it, so he has to figure out the
and
got over, got the coin, thankfully.
Yeah. So, see how nice Wendy is today. Wendy playing on a flat arena. Still, her attributes are randomized, so she could be a thick Wendy, she could be a high bouncing Wendy, and it depends how many hits she takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Well, the obligatory candy ring of death to... Oh, heavy.
The Wendy, 3 hits. Oh, it's a 5-hit thick Wendy. Oh.
Yep. She's been working out today.
It's kind of sad when... it's kind of sad for some of the veterans how we actually prefer thick Wendy because it's easier to time the jumps. When she jumps like normal, it's a little harder to get a kind of a beat on her movement time.
And we were talking about the difference between the runners earlier. Paratroopa is not far behind. He found his way to the airship very quickly.
Yeah, he guessed right. He went straight down to the bottom, and that's
he did not have a good jumping setup for Wendy's heavy hitting, heavy 4-pounding strategy there. So he's gonna have to do that again.
BGS getting all the hammers right now.
This seed apparently brought to you by the Lock and Pick Company. Pick locks, destroy Bowser.
Well, we got 4-2 with a boss bass. Paratroopa going to go for round 2 with Andy. See how he handles it.
And you just saw the horror that is a large piranha plant in Randomizer.
Uh-oh. Paratroopa's in trouble.
Oh!
That's unfortunate. He's 1 hit away.
He's going to try and take advantage of the P-Wing now to see if he can float above Wendy the entire time that the fight's going on. It's going to be a little dangerous avoiding the candy rings from up there, but that seems to be the strategy he's going with right now.
Right, so we got 2 forts right on top of each other. BGS is going to play 4-5 to get to the forts. The abundance of hammers he has, I'd almost be tempted to actually just burn a hammer on the block here and go take my chances with the fort.
Paratroopa manages... Yeah, I was going to say, Paratroopa manages the fight. Lost the leaf on the last hit, but worth the sacrifice to get the kill in and make sure he can move on to the next world.
Yeah. So, all right, we got a raid from SpeedGaming 3. So everybody who's joined us for this Mario 3 randomizer action.
Yes, welcome to anyone joining in for that. And of course, those watching on YouTube, obviously you're seeing all the races on our playlist. Those watching at SpeedGaming Show, thank you for joining us here as well. We hope you're enjoying the tournament.
So, there's a 50-50 chance here. It could be this Ford or it could be 4F1. 4F2 is probably a little easier and a little shorter than 4F1. So, Paratroopa going back to card.
And we might get a little... I think the flower was the hammer. We're going to see in a moment because it was the second item Paratroopa picked up there. He found the mushroom. He didn't get a match there. Already has the one up. There's the 20 coins. And no match there. But he saw both 10 coins, so at least he can get that next time. He didn't check his items. Maybe he'll do that in a moment.
So 4F2 was not the correct answer. It is 4F1 this time. It's a complete guess. Oh boy. Oh, nice jump there.
That was tricky. That was tricky.
Nice. Good job by Paratroopa getting out of that jam.
Yeah, when those Sludge Brothers manage to start shaking you on the ground, if they can jump very quickly, they can pretty much pin you there, and you're left to whatever hammer they might throw.
Paratroopa's got no shortage of hammers. He's got 4 of them in all.
That turned into a boss Goomba for a second.
Yeah, it does. It sometimes does that when you have so many sprites on the screen like this here.
That's hilarious.
Got Iggy. Paratroopa 5 up here. Good idea.
4 hit Iggy. 4 hit Iggy. So you'll be just about to get to the halfway point of the game, technically. 4 castles done, 4 worlds left to go. Look, boss! The plane!
The plane. Paratroopa's following suit with BGS is going to play 4-5. Save his hammer. I think that was a cloud I saw.
Ooh, he takes a death to the Koopa shell. That large Koopa shell could hurt. And YoBGS not going to be able to fly up into the shortcut there, so on he goes through the castle normally, but gets a Starman to help him through it.
Paratroopa again getting by the carom shot. 4-5.
This time he holds on to the shell and just throws it so he knows when to jump.
Okay, so we got 2 pipes, and he's got Paradox Pipe. He is going for it.
Nice.
Well, this time he was fortunate, but we have been seeing a strat where if you don't know what's on the other side and you get Paradox Pipe first instead of the normal pipe, some players will take an intentional drop off the edge to get a look at the map and see if the other pipe would take them closer.
Paratrooper is through, and YoBGS gets another card.
So in this case, it was negligible because it didn't have an adverse effect.
Oh, look at this. Paratrooper not taking any chances with the Fire Brothers that he runs into here. He just uses the Starman and says, I'm not wasting time here. Gets a note box. Right. Fairly useless item. Only useful in very select cases once you don't need items anymore.
Right. World 7 is probably where it's going to get the most utility, but at the same time, if you're just trying to get through to the end, you don't want to play any more levels. Like, forget it, I'm just going to use it. So Paratroopa is actually guessing right here on the Ford. He's playing 4F1 now. He gets for an item. He'll get a star kill on Boom Boom on top of that.
If he gets to it in time, he did. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your upside down orb.
Orbs.
Orb.
very quick World 5 for BGS.
5 hit. I still remember a seed I called last week that had 6 5-hit Koopas in it.
6 5-hitters, wow. So 1834 for BGS through 5 worlds. He's got a very good time going. He's got plenty of hammers to burn in the next few levels. So we'll see what the map offers as far as potential. You know, so, 3 for Paratroopa. Okay.
YoBGS running on 10 lives in pretty good shape here. So pretty good for a level this long. Using a rock, getting rid of a rock with one of his multitude of hammers that this seed is offering him. And Sledge Brothers are in play.
Just another music box here. So there's another pipe for him to check in 6-4's location. There's also a fort.
So let's see if Paratroopa can do this World 5 as quickly as YoBGS did.
Map again. Back up. I think he's okay. I think BGS is okay, but I thought there was a bridge that could be need to be built or something. But we'll see. Troopa P-speed strats doesn't get through 5 F1. Okay, so maybe it gets a coin ship. Whoops.
Yeah, there's a coin ship there.
So,
and there's that World 5 bridge as well, right there.
Yeah. So either there's a lock or he has to build a bridge. He's definitely hoping for a lock at this point. And he has to go back and play 6F1 or 3. BGS. Ooh.
That was. That is a trick that I see a lot of runners use, but it's just scary every time you do it.
Yeah, if you miss, you're taking a 100 coin fine for your exuberance. BGS trying to go for the clip in 6-9 doesn't get it. Decides not to try again.
And here's one of the levels I don't personally like playing.
Oh, 6-9? I don't mind this level. It's usually not that hard. In Rando, you gotta watch out for flying cheeps once in a while, but otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not as bad as 6-6, I believe, is the other underwater one. Oh, Paratroopa took a really long jump and did not reach the next beetle.
Yeah, 5-6 is one of those levels you almost wish was auto-scrolled, because some of these jumps are fairly precarious. And it is a bridge, so he's gonna have to go back and play the fort.
And he uses one of the note bots.
Yeah, I am not messing around here. I am out.
And there's your repeated audio clip of Mario jumping.
So this makes sense that this is the only fort, because we had 3 forts in World 6, in World 3, excuse me. But only 1 was required. Pretty unusual, actually. Yes, we get a fire kill on Boom Boom here.
And YoBGS is quickly coming to the end of World 5. He's got to deal with his own 5-hit Koopa boss here.
Yep. So, BGS is set up for a potential... it's actually going to be really hard to do a fire kill on Lemmy. I mean, it can be done, but because of the arena, it's pretty difficult.
Now, being a flat arena, and it would hit the beach ball much of the time.
Right.
You have to jump if you're going to hit him with fire.
22:54 for Paratroopa. He's only about 4 minutes behind right now. So, he's had a couple of hiccups here or there, but overall he's actually held his own pretty nicely, I'd say.
Still a couple of levels, though. In this case, an entire world. So he is going to have to make up some time quickly here because we're coming close to the end here.
Right.
And let's just remember the stakes as well. If YoBGS wins either of the matches between these runners, he will advance to the next round. So this is YoBGS's tournament life, so to speak, right here, right now. If he wins either of these matches, so Paratroopa's tournament life, fair way to put it.
Right. Yeah, because BGS split his matches with Classic. He got 2 automatic wins via a forfeit. Fortunately, J-Lo able to continue tournament matters, but we wish him the very best. But as it stands, yeah, BGS is in good shape. But see what happens here. Got a lot of pipe.
Well, they don't
linked together.
They don't call this the pipe maze for nothing.
Right. And in 1.3, the World 7 has become more linear, I've found, in terms of routing. There's less kind of back and forth herky-jerky stuff.
Oh, we found the dead end. Don't use that pipe.
So there's only one pipe that's the answer here. So it's either the pipe that requires you to go around 7-4 and 7-6, or it is behind the fort, World 7.
Well, he didn't like that one pipe and turned around and went back in, so he's going to try a level here and see if the pipes behind it are the solution. And this is the 7-4.
Haxor's already calling it. It's the one on the first island, probably. Yeah,
probably.
If experience has taught us anything, it is probably that one.
And you can have this, and this could turn into a 2 or 3 minute search as well, and Paratroopa could make up some time if he finds that pipe right away.
Fortunately, he's going to have to turn around and play play 6F1.
Oh, he found 1-1.
Yes, he did. It had a cheap in it.
Yeah, the reappearing cheap at random at the bottom of the screen. You have to jump and avoid it.
Yes, we go for the 7-6 clip. Let's see how he handles it.
And spending a little bit of time here can also be detrimental to your time.
Yeah. I think he has a P-wing somewhere, so if he gets tired of this,
there it is.
Oh, never mind. Like, a P-wing was in his arsenal, so if nothing else, he was safe.
Hey, more cards for Paratroopa. Got some 1-ups. Or a 1-up card, rather. Didn't want to match that, because he knows he played the other 2 cards that were not matching to get out quickly.
More checks for BGS. Okay, so it's either the third pipe in the Southwest Island, or it's behind the fort, at which point Haxor is probably going to dance a jig. Sorry,
looks like we found it.
Yeah, no jig dancing. Darn.
I didn't catch which pipe that was.
It was the top left in the Southwest Island.
Ah.
BGS is trying to go for key speeds. No, I see. Trying to go for P speed here. Want
to jump over, it didn't work, so bounce a few note blocks into place and swim around.
Haxor pointing out troll pipe behind the fort. Yeah, that's not nice.
Well, it's nice for chat, not nice for the runners.
Well, we'll see how Paratroopa plays this, because he knows that 7F1 and 7F2 are the forts, and 7F1 isn't bad if you have a tail, but 7F2 Piranha Fort, nobody wants to play that.
Yeah, that's one of the least favorite forts in the game, I would say.
Oh yes, without question. There's the other fort. I think BGS is going to use his cloud here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no box and then cloud. Get past both levels, go straight to the airship. Just don't mess that up. And that's why he's using the P-wing. Meanwhile, Paratroopa is busy having a ball with Lemmy.
28-25 for Paratroopa. GS taking no chances. It's going to use his P-Wing, take it nice and easy through the World 7 airship.
Oh, and good thing this is a heavy Ludwig.
Yeah. It's a tough one. 4-hitter.
Wand went right past him.
BGS missing the off-screen wand grab, which would have saved about 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So 7 kings have been saved as of just a second from now. There it is. And that means that we have only one more place to go. Dark World. You sunk my battleship! What's Bowser going to say?
Let's see. Abject humiliation.
That's what he will be in a moment.
We have a fort and 3 pipes to lead off. So, fortunately, it's really hard to do P-speed strats in Navy. So, we play it normally. Uh-oh, Paratroopa's doing it.
Oh boy.
And of course, it's Piranha Fort.
He found the path really quickly. This is the good news. He found the path to here very quickly compared to YoBGS. So this will still save him some time, even though he's playing this fort.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's about to give it most of it back because he's playing this fort. But
yeah, and he did that. You can actually run through that swamp, I believe, without taking damage. He could have done that if he gave it a chance.
Oh yeah. So there's Air Force. There's a pipe blocking his path, but he might just say, you know what? I've got hammers. I'm burning.
And this is why no one likes Piranha Fort.
There's another. That's another lock. So I've already got 3 locks in range here. So this is interesting. This could be a 0 bridge finale for BGS.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah. Set him up for a terrific time. And there's clouds. Hand game.
Well, the odds of having a cloud as you come out of the seed is much higher. Well, he passed the level. That works.
All right. So we'll see if this actually pays off.
That's a no.
Well, yes and no. There's super tanks or tanks there, is it? It's super tanks. Okay, good.
Super tanks, okay. Maybe it is a yes.
It's unclear at this point, but I think it's worth the gamble at this point because he's probably figuring it's got to be beyond this, or it was at the front.
If it was at the front, he's gonna have to go back and play 8-2 again.
Right.
Unless he has another cloud.
I don't believe he does. I think he burned it all up.
Well, use the one that you just found right there to get past 8-2. There's a pipe. He'll take that pipe. Where does this pipe lead? This is normally the one that goes to Bowser's Castle. It is the one that goes to Handbridge here. Where is this pipe on Handbridge going to take him? This takes him to the beginning.
All right, so I think this is it. I think this is the pipe. So
there's a bridge.
All right, so
let's just cop one.
That means it either Air Force or it's 8 Fort. One bridge. We'll going for Air Force.
And while we're doing Air Fort, Paratroopa going through the underwater electric jellyfish maze.
Right.
Now getting chased by a blooper. Air Fort is a level that normally with the auto scroll activated is very, very fast moving. You have to jump quickly to keep up. It can be very, very difficult if you're a fairly new player to keep up with this level. I know I died a few times when I first played this level. But with the auto scroll off, it's just relax and jump when the way is clear.
Right. You kind of get a good rhythm with your jumps. Paratroopa is going to P-wing over 7-6. Good idea.
We're going to find out momentarily, I believe, whether it's 8 Fort. So are we going to find 8 Fort needed to build a bridge? Nope, it's there.
All right, so Air Force was the answer. Fortunately, no hammer suit, so...
We haven't saved the entire seed.
Yeah.
Going for a clip here, decides to take the door and just go back to the beginning and try and get P speed again.
This time it's the elevator.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time here. I mean, he can give it a couple tries if he wants to. He just doesn't have any way of knowing what kind of a lead he has. And that boo on top of the candlestick always makes me chuckle.
Yeah. Paratroopa kind of missed out on a potential time save there with starting with Raccoon Mario. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Yes, not opting for...
He wanted the firefighter. He's going to go back up. Yeah, he wanted to power up. And now he's... Didn't get back up. Going to try again. He can let the donut drop a little bit and then jump from it like he is now.
Right. He is trying to go for the wall clip because final room, second to last room, and the last room before Bowser is now randomized with fireballs and lasers. There it is.
10-second break now for YoBGS to ponder how to do this Bowser fight. He can't just throw hammers at him today. So, kill him with fire or just let him jump?
35 fireballs. This should be fairly routine for BGS. Gonna play it safe, though. Need a few more runs.
Safe. Almost there. A few more. There it is.
All right. Get out the GGs for YoBGS, who takes the first of these two matches and has punched his ticket to the brackets officially.
We'll have his time in just a moment here as he enters the door now, and there it is. He finishes with an official SRL time of 35 minutes and 55 seconds. Again, get your GGs in chat. That does officially advance him, as you just said, Proa. That does officially eliminate Paratroopa from the tournament, but they still have one more seed to play, so we are going to get to see a little bit more out of these two runners tonight.
Right. Because while YoBGS has advanced, his tournament is still going to hinge on his seeding is going to hinge on his average time and his record.
We'll get that marked off in a second here. Meanwhile, it looks like he is picking up the wand, but he is sitting next to the wand, and I think this is a good point to point out that he did go ahead and do a dot forfeit for this race, so he has gone ahead and called it quits on this race, it looks like. Right. So it looks like we're just going to move on to the next seed here and get ready for that.
Right. So we'll get race number 2 going shortly, and we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll get the second of these 2 races going, so stick around.
Yep, we'll be right back. Stay right there for more Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for the second race in the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Group B finale between YoBGS and Paratroopa. And Pro, what do you think of the first race? What do you think might have happened there in that first race?
Well, in the first race, it largely was BGS had a better start than Paratroopa. Paratroopa had a lot of trouble in 1-4, and it kind of put him behind the 8-ball early. And while he played better after that, he really was unable to kind of get the kind of traction BGS had, and he missed out on a couple of key items, notably a cloud in World 2 because of Hammer Brother moved. So it was a lot of little things, and BGS was really just able to sail to a fairly easy win in match 1.
So let's talk a little bit about the seed type that we have coming up in Seed 2 as we get the racers started here in the back end here in the channel. What we have here, instead of having the worlds in the normal, nice, conventional order and levels somewhat unrecognizable where they will be, everything's just going to be mixed up and crazy this time. We can start with World 7 or World 4 or World 6, anything except World 8. And the first 7 worlds are all completely scrambled. The levels are all completely scrambled. We could be starting in 7-5, one of the levels that these runners do not want to play. We could be starting with Pirano 4. We could be starting with any level in the game, including those beta levels that we didn't see in the first seed.
Right. So, so the 7 worlds are randomized, except for that one time early in this tournament where it was a vanilla 1-8.
Oh, I have never seen that. That is funny, actually.
Yeah.
So we're starting in World 2 for this one. There's a 2 and a 5. They're not going to be 2-2 and 2-5. They're going to be, in this case, 4-3.
Right. So World 2 leads off, and that's not a terrible world to lead off with. It's fairly short. You don't really have to worry too much about all kinds of weirdness. You do miss out on some early hammer plays.
We have an early death on Paratroopa side. Doesn't make a long enough jump, falls in the pit.
Yeah, 4-3 is great for P-speed strats. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't work in Randomizer. Fort and a pipe at the end of this run here, and 2-3. That's not a level you want to see early either.
Ooh,
early.
Angry Sun. I don't know if we actually. Yeah, we do activate. That's 2-1, 2-3, as I said. So the Angry Sun does come active before the end. We might have the Koopa Shell killing the Angry Sun. We're gonna find out.
But
nope, not yet.
Either way, BGS is going to be playing it very safe here, because of the way this level ends, this is actually one of the longer early stages you get.
It is because of the way it ends, as you said. And there's no... He didn't have a power-up, so he could have rushed in the pipe if he wanted and taken a loss of a power-up, but not having that power-up, he had to wait it out.
Oh boy.
Oh, my.
7-6.
That clip can be done small, I'm assuming.
You can't clip.
You can't.
Mario.
Oh, no. Yeah, we have to do this the long way.
Unless he really wants to play whatever 2-5 is and hope that somehow it gives him a power-up. It's probable, but he's actually probably better off just playing this.
Oh, he lost his... Oh, what happened was the moving white shadow platform was scrolled off the screen. That caused it to despawn, and when he fell back down, the platform just wasn't there.
Chad pointing out correctly, 2-5 might be 5-9, which does not have a power-up. So this isn't going to...
YoBGS is having trouble with this.
Yeah. Yeah, 7-6 is... Playing this normally is something you only really do as Small Mario, or you make a bad jump. Oh!
Yeah, the death for Paratroopa there. Very unfortunate.
That happened to me in practice last night, so I feel for him there. That's just bad timing. Than anything. Okay. Just almost to the end here.
This level can be very, very annoying to play. I don't know if he went far enough over to avoid the plant. Oh, he did. Very close.
Barely. By about a couple of pixels.
And our long seed-wise nightmare is over.
Well, for BGS it is. Paratroopa is about halfway through the level right now.
Oh, he finds a mushroom. Not going to be able to get it. Well, actually, he is going to go and grab it.
Okay, so that's good for... ooh,
and then lose it. There it goes.
Got a Lakitu cloud out of the deal for BGS. Yeah, this is worth playing.
We have no hammers yet, so even if it is a lock, we may need to pick the lock.
Yeah, actually, if there were a hammer, he'd probably just take the bottom route through the boulder and just go straight to whatever 2-1 is.
Yeah.
Paratroopa almost to the end here. Can he get there before the thing fails?
He got it, and he got the orb. So moving now to the pipe. And that takes him past number 3, so now he's into the Hammer Brother fight. There's some Sludge Brothers. And a Hammer Death.
This might not actually be... Given where everything is, he might just go for the hammer. Yeah, Mushroom House. Good idea.
Yeah, go do that first.
Cost 13... Cost 13 seconds, but sometimes you just have to do it.
And hey, we have our chance to have a Frog Bowser, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy. BGS is in a little trouble here. Okay, should be fine. Okay, good.
Now that I think about it, I don't think we saw frog suits in the first seed either.
I think somebody picked one up, but they never actually used.
Never used. Okay.
Closing out World 4 is 4-6. Ooh.
Ooh, and YoBGS might have had time to hit that plant, but didn't want to take any chances there. Paratroopa going to get his own item from Mushroom House. Will it be another froggy suit? Let's find out. Yep.
Alright. So, BGS is on the World 2 airship. There's a Fred if I've ever seen one.
And as the Freds ring out in chat, we have a Morton fight going on here. That's 4 hits. 5 hits.
Wow. So about a 639 wand grab for BGS. Going 7 minutes is pretty unusual, particularly for World 2. But such as it was, let's see.
This is what happens when 7-1 shows up early and you can't enlarge yourself.
Right, yeah. 7-1 or 7-6. Yeah, that's not what we want to. So we got a 5 and a 4. I'm going to say 3.
I didn't know Bob Barker was one of the kings.
Yeah. We got World 4, so God Empress is correct. BGS draws.
We had a death by Paratroopa as well on the airship. And now just wait for these blocks to turn back to coins. Thank you very much.
Yes, we call this 7F1 because of all the gold. Call 7F1 Fort Knox because of all the coin. It's also one of 2 levels that 100% requires the ability to fly. Ooh. Paratroopa a little early on his jump there.
And because that level you were talking about requires the ability to fly, that raccoon suit is guaranteed. That is not shuffled.
Correct. So, some power-ups will never be shuffled because of their inherent importance. That's one of them. So, fortunately, that fort did not create the bridge to get to the castle. So it's going to be a little longer level World 4 than they had probably hoped for.
YoBGS matches a coin item out of the card game, nothing else, so we're not going to get a lot of card shark information here. He's not even going to look to see what the item was yet.
In terms of the map, this doesn't turn out so bad for BGS. Fort is in 4-4's location.
YoBGS going to try to hang on to his Sanuki suit. And Paratroopa gets is in the castle at 8:55, so I didn't catch what time the wand grab was, but it looks like about a couple minutes.
8:28, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, about 1:49, I believe the math comes out to.
Correct. BGS finding Piranha Fort because found that they really like pairing the World 7 forts together.
I heard you like piranhas. He could just do a statue drop on top of one of those on one of those piranhas, and that would actually kill him. I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Yeah. Paratroopa with Frog Mario. Tries luck in Fort Knox. Careful here. Okay, he's safe. BGS.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not great.
Welcome to the hallway of trouble. A randomly walking hotfoot will do whatever it wants to do. It's not scared of you, and he barely avoided the thwomp by a pixel.
Yeah, that was pretty scary for BGS because 7F2 is one of the longest levels in the game.
So I think YoBGS is missing a few whiskers now after that one. Wow.
Yeah.
Moving on to the pipe. And gonna use the Starman and kill these Fire Brothers.
Looks like the item from the coin item was a cloud, if I'm doing my math right. So
I didn't catch it, so I'll trust you on that.
He's got 2 clouds in his inventory.
Yeah, it looks like it might be.
Yeah, so good for him.
Well, that's gonna give a little more strategy when there's a cloud in the card game.
Well, now he's got 3 clouds, so working out pretty well for him.
Well, I thought he was going to use the cloud for a second. I almost thought I was about to click that, but he's using the P-Wing because, just fly over everything.
Yeah, World 4 airship, not a bad place. Visit Paratroopa's Piranha Fort.
I bet you YoBGS would have liked to use the cloud on Piranha Fort.
I'm sure he would have. Too bad it wouldn't have worked, but...
yeah.
So a 5-hit Iggy. Missed the clip again.
Paratrooper is having his own difficulty with the Piranhas and Piranha Fort. He has a Starman now. He's going to be able to take the swamp out. And can he bop the other Piranha in time? Yes, he is. Didn't even touch it. Now for the hallway of... In the last race, this was referred to as the hallway of tough love.
Yeah. A lot of love in this fort. That 2-pipe squeeze has been called the Tunnel of Love.
YoBGS, meanwhile, does complete the airship. And I was watching Paratroopa. I didn't see which coup it was or how many hits it took, but he is through.
It was a 5-hit Iggy. BGS is in the first of our 9 beta one of our 9 beta levels.
Paratroopa getting one of the many clouds on offer.
Another fort awaits, and it's Navy.
Ooh. Welcome to the Navy. No, I will not sing.
Sorry, that's reserved for very special.
Very specific people, very specific purposes.
Yes. Paratroopa is actually going to stop off and get another item from the mushroom house. Ooh, amber suit. For Paratroopa, very nice.
And YoBGS is through the Navy. And he's going to play cards again, which get to try and see what items are here. There's the stars. There's flowers. We're going to try to remember the order these were in as well, so we can try to see what the items are. So star, flower, mushroom, and that's it.
Star was a one-up. That much I do know.
Okay, we heard that. Good point.
Okay, it's a one fort world 3, so this is a straight shot. He just has to find the right pipe. Okay, this is a pretty quick world 3 then.
Now, for anyone who is watching Paratroopa and wondering, hey, Paratroopa was invincible. Why didn't Iggy just die? That doesn't work on Koopa Kids. They their levels typically do not come equipped with Starmen, so they were not programmed to die instantly.
Right. Hammers are the same way. That's a one-hit kill on Boom Boom unless you wing him. But against Koopa Kids, it doesn't work.
You think it would have worked against Ludwig of all because you can have the hammer at that point, but this didn't want to program that.
Ooh, a one-hit Wendy. Very nice.
Well, she did have to lighten up a little bit. I mean, she was 5-hit last game.
So 1425 for BGS. Probably about 3 minutes ahead right now. Yes, we did.
Yeah,
randomize the airships.
Airships are all randomized, exactly.
Well, actually, the chat makes a good point. The 3 airships have corresponded perfectly to their worlds.
Pete's talking about Billy Mays. Oh, we found 20 coin item on Paratroopa side. There's the flowers. Let's see what he's in his inventory.
Answer chat's question. Did Randomizer get rid of auto-scrolling? Yes, 2 exceptions. 5-9 and a underwater beta level called Atlantis. Everything else, no auto-scrolling.
And that's why you see this normally really quickly moving airship level just being done casually.
Saw the announcement in chat. Mario 3 Randomizer happening on SpeedGaming 6 right now. Believe that is second.
And we will be joining that when we are done here as well. So for those watching live, we're going to join into that. For those watching on YouTube, you're going to see the full race up on the playlist here. And let me actually just check which race that is here, so I have that.
I just found it. It's Ricky of Kokiri versus Jabum, a Group A match. Jet World 6 for BGS, and it's another vanilla airship. That's 4 in a row. Airships apparently are not randomized.
Well, if you mean they're appearing in the world they're designed to be in, yeah.
Troopa finishing Wendy off at 16:55, so got through a little quicker.
4-hit Lemmy just slightly later.
Yeah. So let's see. We have worlds 1, 5, and 7 left to go. Chat, get your guesses in.
We already have a 1 in the chat. Let's see what the most populous guess is here. We'll report on that quickly. We have a couple 5s. We have 3 5s. We have 7s. A couple 7s. Well, there's a 1, so let's see right now. World 7. So if you said 7, congratulations, you get an attaboy. And the pipe maze begins. Oh, that was a fortuitous ending point, but we have a lock in the way.
Yeah. Thought he had a hammer.
Hammer would be nice right now. Oh boy.
Threading the needle through Piranha Alley.
This race brought to you by Close Shaves.
Yeah.
YoBGS utilizing the pipe. I think this is normally a Hammer Brothers suit in the vanilla game. It's a Tsuzuki suit here.
Yeah. It is a hammer suit in vanilla 7.
And the Tsuzuki suit immediately lost as he gets to the card. Hey, maybe we'll get a hammer here.
Sworn he already had one, but not.
I know he used one on a rock.
Yeah, he did. I thought he had a second one. Not.
Well, we're gonna find out in a moment because he cleared the card game. We're gonna get a look at his inventory and we're gonna find a hammer, which he didn't use.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. This is not a bad idea. Play this fort. Get it. You save yourself a hammer for World 1, where it actually could be valuable, or 5, depending on the way the maps are drawn.
Now, if this fort does not open the lock, and I think he already did the first one, so I guess it would have to. If this fort were to not open the lock, I'd say at that point use the hammer.
Correct. Yeah, he's going to use it. Don't want to be playing around with this.
No, not this one.
Okay, he guesses right, so...
He succeeded in his quest. He now can play with more piranhas.
So... Let's see, are we going to go 5 for 5 on the airships?
Well, let's see if the World 7 airship appears.
No. Fortunately, the streak has ended at 4 in a row.
So we have proven that they are randomized now.
Yes. I'm a little worried there.
Oh, YoBGS did not thread that needle very clearly. Took a hit inside of Ludwig, but still gets the kill, gets the wand, and has the wand at 2037. But he is a full world ahead. He's a full world ahead at this point.
Yeah. Chat, get your guesses in. What's it gonna be? 1 or 5? Last chance to guess.
One is populating the guesses here. There's a 42. Yeah. That guess is invalid. 100 is invalid. And there's World 1.
More abject humiliation from Bowser.
And while we start the super tanks here, which I think are actually easier than regular tanks, believe it or not.
Yes.
Just a quick note from the live chat. I'll just talk about this. SpeedGaming Live happened last year. We did have, I believe, some of this happening at that. Keep in mind that does happen again this year as well. I believe again in October. And this tournaments are chosen by viewers. So if you want to see this at SpeedGaming Live, get your votes in for that.
I plan on being there. So commandeering another Mario 3 randomizer. A lot of fun.
If things work out for me, I might try and go this next year too. I know this year just too much going on for me.
Yeah.
Or last year, I should say.
Yeah. It was good times.
I'm sure it was. Hope to get to a GDQ event someday, but just, man, when I'm going to be able to do that is a question.
Yeah. Oh, those life requirements and obligations. BGS finishing Carpet Fort, nicely done. Paratroopa is on dealing with Lemmy right now.
I think it's safe to say he's not really having a ball here. Lemmy's just hiding behind the beach balls.
Paratroopa playing very defensively right now, trying.
Well, he waited out and he got the last hit. So 2254 one grab, I believe that was.
Thereabouts.
Which is not too far behind. It was only about a couple minutes and change.
Yeah. BGS is on the World 1 airship, so 5 of the 7 airships were vanilla. Pretty unusual. Ooh. Little too low there, so unfortunately he's going to get a longer animation. Paratroopa Pipeland now.
And the World 1 King is back to normal. Is this a bad time to mention your plumber license has expired? What's your favorite King line, by the way?
I'm a fan of the lemon tree one.
I kind of like the "Oh no, I've been turned into a human."
That's a good one too. Okay, so he's got. Don't know if he has a he does have a hammer, so this is a good time to use it. Save him to having to do a double run. This.
So Paratroopa being very, very cautious on this, and unfortunately it was not cautious enough. He took a hit from the fireball there.
Got enough clouds. He'll play one.
No, he would if he clouds it and does the fort, he's gonna have to go back through it anyway. Using the cloud is not.
Right.
Necessarily worth it here.
I meant I was actually referring to BGS. BGS plays
one
level. Right, then he can double cloud his way to the World 7 airship.
And I wonder if he's going to use a P-Wing to get through that cleanly.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know I've done that where it's where you cloud the level and then you like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. Play it safe.
Well, he did exactly what you said, and there he is use the P-Wing exactly like I said. So we're 2 for 2 on that.
Well, no P-Wing, but he did use a star.
Oh, I thought that was a P-Wing he grabbed. My mistake.
No, he's got to be. No shame in playing a little safe here because that's probably about a 90-second swing if he times jump somewhere.
All right, Roy, what do you got here?
Normal.
Three hit. Ooh, that was a random hit. Four hit. Five hit.
What was that? 4 5-hit Koopas in this? At least 3. I thought.
Paratroopa just took 2 hits, yeah. And gets the kill.
Alright.
So, yeah, once again, 7 worlds have been crushed by YoBGS, and that means there's only 1 world left to go, the World of Darkness. That one is not randomized.
Right. No crying, and remember, there's no crying in Mario.
And you can be paranoid, though. Oh, hand square. Oh, it's this square. Oh, please do our auto scroller.
I actually would have just taken a quick run into one of the pipes, spared myself from ever having a chance of playing this again.
Yeah, I would have grabbed a pipe too, just to make sure I didn't have to go through that again.
Yeah, exactly. So 4F2 is our first of 4 forts here. World 8. We have not seen 2 fort. We actually haven't seen a lot of forts.
Oh, I like what YoBGS was doing on the Boom Boom fight. He just kept bumping his head into the block so the Boom Boom would jump right up into him and he wouldn't have a chance.
Paratroopa. More pipe fetch quests here for BGS.
Oh, we found a couple of the airship icon and one of the tank icons.
Yeah, I think he's gonna check tanks, see if it's the regular tanks, super tanks. It is super tanks.
It's fire fort.
5F2.
And those poo-boos from the sky always scare me.
Yeah.
Never knew when they were going to come in. And 1 bop, 2 bop, 3 bop. What if we're going to randomize boom boom hits one day?
There's been talk of that. All right. Okay, well that broke a lot. Oh, Paratroopa found 7-5. Whoops.
Yeah, this is not a level you want to spend much time in.
No.
Especially with these big guys in the way. Nothing you can do about them.
To muscle his way through. There's Air Force. There's another pipe. Cal pointing out he does not have a choice.
We're on Hand Bridge and we're clearing a fort.
2 forts. So I believe this is the final pipe he can check. So that's the good news.
The bad news is he might have to go back and do airships.
Might have to do Air Force.
Whatever fort that level is, because we already saw the Air Force.
Right.
Actually, I don't think we saw regular tanks yet either.
No, I don't believe so. Like the one saving grace for Paratroopa here is the enemy set actually isn't bad here in 7.5. It can be really awful.
Well, those big Koopas were pretty awful. Oh, look at this. We don't have to worry about any more forts.
All right. So BGS is not going to break sub 30 here, but he's setting himself up for a terrific final. Oh boy, good.
Meanwhile, he is making an effort at doing this clip here. Going to make 2 attempts, and that's enough. He does have his hand brother suit on. He is ready to do this very quick kill on Bowser. So sub 32 definitely possible here, I would say, if he can get there quickly.
Yeah, sub 32 at the very least, especially if he gets the clip successfully.
If he can get it first try, very easily sub 32.
Oh yeah, even if he doesn't.
There it is.
All right.
Very nice clip.
5 hammers to the head.
Give Bowser headache, win game. Headache delivered. So with that, YoBGS will be the winner of both of the races tonight. He already was advanced, but this pretty much reaffirms that he is advancing to the next part of the tournament. And he crosses the line in first place and with an official SRL time of 31 minutes and 29 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for him once again. And YoBGS, Paratroopa, very much quicker this time, immediately types in the forfeit. So get your GGs in chat for both runners.
Yes, indeed. If you haven't already, give them a follow.
And we'll see if they want to come join us to chat about those races here today. Their last races of the bracket phase for both runners. Group phase for both runners. So while we're waiting to see if they wish to join us here, let's just talk about other races that are on the schedule here. We did mention earlier that Ricky Kokiri and Jabem is starting the Group A match, one of the last matches, if not the last match in Group A, over on SpeedGaming 6. We're going to join into that when we are done. Later on this evening, we do have a match at 11 p.m. That is between Nartman 0 and Prior 57. That is going to be happening on SpeedGaming 2 as it stands right now, from what I can see. And then tomorrow evening, we have some more races coming up. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, we have Magoo is Adorable versus Jay Coper to start off the run of races on Speed Gaming 2. And there's actually one other race, which is Raikou Rider versus DLP 316, also Speed Gaming 2. That's at 9 p.m. a little bit later. So those are your races for the next couple of days here. Keep an eye on the schedule in case there's any changes to those channels, but that's where they're on right now as we see it right now. And with that said, let's see if our runners are up. Both runners are in the setup room, so we'll go ahead and bring them in right now. And as we bring them in, we'll welcome them and say GG, first of all, to YoBGS.
GG. Yeah, those were some not too terrible seeds tonight, so it was kind of nice.
And also Paratroopa has joined us. GG to you as well in the losing effort. So, so YoBGS, you already said what you thought about the seeds. What did you think about those seeds tonight, Paratroopa?
I don't know. They were fine. I can't really think of much to say about them. They were just kind of standing.
That second seed, you had a very early 7-1, and I noticed YoBGS and both of you actually. Obviously, you didn't have any power-ups when you went in there, so you had to do the level blind, and I think you both had issues with it.
7-6.
7-1. 7-1, I think. 7-1. Oh, is it 7-6? I'm getting numbers.
Yeah,
no, I thought it was 7-1.
7-6. No, it's not 7-1.
Oh, it is 7-6. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm getting them mixed up. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, both had trouble with them.
Yeah, I don't like that level.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot of waiting, which is like the worst thing ever, especially at the beginning of a race. Like, and I even took an intentional death just because I couldn't remember what was in front of the mushroom house. I'm like, is there any way that I can not do this? And it was like, no, just going to have to wait on platforms for a minute or so.
I just took a dumb death, so I lost a lot of time there at the start.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like you really just kind of had to just tough it out on this one. After that, it got a little better. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot really kind of heating you guys. A lot of those worlds were actually pretty quick in the second match.
Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty far behind. I think I might have missed a pipe in World 6. I'm not sure. And the fact that I didn't conserve my hammers burn.
Yeah, that hammer would have vaulted you pretty much straight to the finish line in World 6. I think you did play an extra board in that one.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I pretty much every choice I made in this second seed didn't work. They were like all bad.
No. Well, I know World 7, like both of you were kind of getting twisted around, and I think ultimately both of you made the same exact plays, so that kind of turned out as far as that was. But you had to go all over the place to find one pipe.
Oh yeah, that was just a disaster. And you're sitting there thinking, because there were two pipes in the first island, so you're like, please tell me that the one that I left isn't the one that went right to the end. And I'm sitting here dancing around, and Paratroopa's already done with the world because they went right to the end.
Yeah, like that's the fear, like, oh, did I really screw this up? And yeah, that worked out pretty well. That was really, I think, the only play available at the time, but it's like it was tempting, sure. So BGS, I have actually computed stats. At 5-1, you have an average time of 37:09. Your 6 races.
Well, yeah, that, and I was gonna ask you about that because I know 2 of them didn't actually go, so I didn't know how those worked.
Well, what I did is I averaged your first 2 races, made that your third average time.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, if you just want to put me down for 15 minutes for each of those races, I mean that seems pretty.
Well, can't quite do that, but you were 7 seconds faster as a result of that than Classic.
Oh, nice.
So, and of the 5-1 finishers, you are second overall. Teeks has the fastest 5-1 time at 35 flat.
all very acceptable averages here.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, see you for sure in the brackets then.
Yeah, that's always the exciting part. I started looking at the bracket settings. I'm like, that's gonna be fun when that gets rolling around.
Yeah, and it's Tourney Flags 2, but we take off the safe with end cards and a hammer breaking lock. So in some cases you're gonna have to really go the full route.
What if I like jam an anchor in there and kind of twist it? You think that might break a lot? I'm looking for any advantage I can get, Pro. I need to stand a chance.
Well, at this point, all I can say is hope your first round opponent Tapatio again.
Seriously?
Well, I mean, that's the best I can offer at this time, but still got a lot of matches left to be played. We've only got 3. I think we've only got like 12 players who have finished so far. So we got a lot of matches left to go.
Yeah, still a lot of matches on the schedule as well. I already named off, I think, 4 of them, and there's still more on the schedule that I have not named at our site for that, which I believe is speedgaming.org/SMB3R. I believe. I'm just gonna double check that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of matches on the books, and I know there are more potentially being scheduled for this week and next. Really good matches, really good players still with matches to go. So you're not gonna want to miss these.
And the beauty with Randomizer is anyone can win any time. You just have to find the right path before your opponent, and you can leave them behind if you manage to find that path first.
BGS is a shining example of this, getting a win over the runner-up of last year's tournament.
There you go.
Yay. Yeah, I mean, and that happened last year in the tournament. I came in not really, knowing a whole lot about Mario 3 running in general, and I ended up making it out of my group. So yeah, I mean, once you learn kind of the basics of Mario 3, it's just about routing and getting really lucky. But yeah, and then anyone can win.
Yeah, absolutely. That kind of, in a way, kind of being ignorant of some of the strats is actually a good thing because you're not tethered to sure. So, but yeah, give our runners a follow if you haven't already. And then give us, me and Cyclone, a follow if you so choose. But start with our runners, please. This was a fine performance by both players. And thank Paratroopa for joining our happy little tournament again. And
actually, I want to ask him one more question if possible. Any last thoughts from you, Paratroopa, as you do leave the tournament?
I wish I got to play more than 2 matches, I guess, because that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Well, we hope to see you in some of our weeklies when the tournament ends. Those are always a good time.
Yeah, yep. I'll probably be back next year. So,
right.
See you then.
Well, we look forward to seeing you participate again next year, and obviously just keep improving, and you may be a force out there next year. We'll have to wait and see.
Glad to have you in the tournament, Paratroop.
Yep, GG.
Thanks again to both of our runners, and thanks to Cyclone for joining me this evening. So, yeah, I think we're kicking this over to Speed Gaming 6 for Ricky of Kokiri and Jabba.
Before we do that, just a quick note on this channel later on this evening, on the main channel, we're going to have the link to the past randomizer tournament action coming up between P-Train and Jet082. That's in about 50 minutes from now on the live end. For those watching on YouTube, that'll be in a different playlist. You can look for that there. Other events on tonight, Mega Man 9, some Crystallis Randomizer, the Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly, all going on around Speed Gaming as well. Go to speedgaming.org/schedule for that. Meanwhile, as noted, we're going to go ahead and join the race in progress here on the live end on Speed Gaming 6. I'll give you the final word in a moment, Pro. I just want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Proa, take us out.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone, for watching. Once again, give our runners a follow if you haven't already. And if you're so inclined, give us a follow, me and Cyclone. And congrats once again to to YoBGS for finishing 5-1, and congrats to him on making the bracket second year in a row. So we'll see you all again, well, soon.
Good night.
Good night.